30,000 more sellers than there are buyers. What the hell does that mean? Well, supply and demand, right? We talk about this all the time. When we look at each other and say, my house was worth this much last year. Yeah, last year. The market's still contracting. And guess what? Certain areas, markets are contracting. In certain areas, they're expanding. We're going to go into that in our 12 Bay Area County sales report today. But this one is important for us to take a look at. So understand that you have to create the market. You have to create demand. And the only real way to create demand is making your house look pretty, staging it, pricing it right, and throwing it out there on the internet, including the MLS. But it's also, you have to be able to push it out there on different ways. And I told you this many times. We have the homes program, homes.com program, where our ads, our homes that are listed with me get promoted and sent out all over the world through aggregate sites like ESPN, CNN, Fox, Food, CBS, NBA, NHL, you name it. Yeah, this is a fearless plug, and I understand that, but it is what it is. If my system works for every other house that I sell, and yet your house isn't selling when it comes to working with you and me, it's the price. Or you didn't listen to the suggested upgrades, or you didn't add the air conditioner. Because listen, when I tell you that people want an air conditioner and they want certain upgrades and they want a 4-bedroom versus a 3-bedroom, and then you price it like you have all that stuff, well, you're just going to disappoint buyers and they're going to move on to the other houses that they want to look at. And your house will be bottom of the list. Houses are still selling off market. They're still selling within 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. And if it's over 15, 20 days, your house is overpriced, period. It's just the way it goes. There's nothing I can do to change it. I can't pull a rabbit out of the hat. It just doesn't work that way. This article right here says all over the United States, retreating, they're taking time to look and see what there is. Even though this is their selling season in the Bay Area, they're still being picky. They're not coming out in droves. This weekend, one of my listings only had 2 attendees for both Saturday and Sunday. So we only had two groups of people show up. Maybe it's overpriced. I don't know. The strongest buyers markets are in the South. That's because people want to go to where it's hot and warm and tropical and not cold. And I get it. That retreats back in September, October, when the heat gets to them and they're like, screw this, I'm moving back because I don't like the heat so much. Kind of strongest seller markets are in the North, New Jersey, Montgomery. I don't know why people would move to New Jersey. It's the most expensive place to live tax-wise. They get charged like 2.5% for their homes. I don't know, kind of crazy, but call me crazy. Okay, try something different here. Just a quick look at the winners and losers of this week. Santa Clara was the winner as far as new sales, 1,400 versus the next highest, which is 1,378 of Contra Costa County. If you look at San Mateo, it's way over half that. Even though San Mateo County is the highest average sales price, $2.8 million versus $2.4 million in Santa Clara County, the volume of Santa Clara County is almost twice. Crazy, right? And San Benito is the loser for pretty much everything until 126 gets built, and then we'll see that turnaround. I think that's going to be the next explosive area. So if you're interested in looking for an area that you can gain a lot of equity, I'm not saying this crystal ball wise or fortune, like just look at it and see, and you tell me what you think. San Benito is opening up their freeways, their highways, so that you can live there and live affordably. Look, the average price is $800,000, $900,000. It's better than $2.4 million. And if it does turn, then you're a winner, right? Just saying. And then San Francisco is the biggest gain in list price to sales price ratio, and Napa is the biggest loser for 94%. Basically 5 cents on the dollar. On average, it's 5 cents on the dollar win versus $108.18 cents on the dollar plus for what you're buying. And for numbers of listings, we've had 3,000 new listings, and 1,800 of them have gone into, almost 1,900 of them have gone into contract already. Yeah, so crazy, right? Just amazing. Just amazing how this whole thing's just playing out. However, I want to point this out. 2026 pacing right now, even though we're in the beginning, the first month, this is the last day of the first month, no, second last day of the first month season, we're at 5,500 homes to be sold on pace. for 2020. Last year, Santa Clara County had almost 8,000. And the year before, they had 8,200. And the year before that, they had 7,000. This could change, but I think that this is going to be one of the slowest years as far as home sales are concerned in Santa Clara County. Could be, don't know. Not a crystal ball. I can't tell the future, but just looking at everything and the number of sales that we're seeing, even though we're still at almost 3.5 billion in sales volume, I don't think we're going to hit any records this year. That's just my guess. All right, Cupertino House of the Week, Hillcrest Road, not my listing. And the reason why I picked this is because it looks like a place that I used to hang out. We had a friend that lived down this area, and we'd go party at his house on the weekends when his parents were out. And yeah, good times. This one has been updated, even though they have some retro looking chairs there. Yeah, but look, there's 2000s bathtub right there. Where's the kitchen? Thank you for putting in a floor plan. So there you go. And if you know where that is, this is Deep Cliff, Stevens Creek Boulevard. No, that's Blackberry Farm, sorry. And that's Deep Cliff. That's Monte Vista and Kennedy and De Anza right here. And that's the space, the Apple area right there. All right, and then Willow Glen House of the Week. The reason why I'm showing you this is I think this is a great buy. Not big lot, but you can do a lot with it. $1.4 million on Bird Ave, and it's a little busy, but it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot. You can tear that down, put $1 million into it, and then you have a $4 million monstrosity. Just saying, it's a very good possibility right there for you. If you're interested in looking, that's the buy of the week. And this is the luxury home of the week, $22.5 million. Wish it was my listing. 5 bedrooms, 7 and 2 half baths on 1.5 acre lot. This is almost 9,000 square feet, built in 1918, and it's in a park. Sorry, I've done this one before, but that's where it is, right in Diablo Canyon, Blackhawk. And let's take a quick look and see. Yeah, this is beautiful. Park-like setting. The only thing I would demand if I bought this house is a helicopter and a helicopter pad. I mean, $22.5 million. If I can